How do you feel about anger? For most of us, it's an uncomfortable feeling. We feel it in our bodies first, a heat in the chest, a clenched jaw, a restless electric energy that wants to move. And what is the first message we receive from the world about this feeling? Control it. Calm down. Don't be so sensitive. Anger is unprofessional. Anger is toxic. Anger is dangerous. We are taught that anger is a flaw, a sign of weakness or a lack of control, a failure of our better selves. But this is Psyche Illuminated, a space for quiet exploration, and here we don't judge our emotions. We get curious about them. We acknowledge that we get angry, we get frustrated, we feel rage. Today we are going to explore one of the most powerful and most misunderstood emotions we have. We are going to gently release the burden of believing anger is bad and ask, what if your anger is a gift? The burden we carry is the belief that good people don't get angry. We see anger as a destructive force, a fire that only burns, and so we spend our lives trying to put it out. But what is the cost of this belief? What happens when we suppress this powerful energy? It doesn't simply disappear. It turns inward. It becomes shame or guilt for feeling it in the first place. It becomes a cold, simmering resentment that lasts for years. It becomes passive aggression. It becomes burnout. Because suppressing an emotion this strong takes an enormous amount of energy. We become afraid of ourselves, afraid of this monster inside us that we must constantly keep locked away. We are performing calm while a storm rages just beneath the surface. But what if we've been asking the wrong question? What if anger isn't the problem, but our suppression of it is? What if this feeling isn't a sign that you are broken, but a sign that you are human? What if your anger isn't a destructive fire, but a protective one? Not a weapon, but a messenger. This brings us to our core question. What is this anger truly trying to tell me? Our manifesto says, every emotion is valid, and anger is one of its most important messengers. We are told anger is a negative emotion, but it's not. It is perhaps the most powerful protective emotion we have. Your anger is a gift. It has two primary functions. First, anger is your guardian. It is a surge of pure energy. Its job is to protect you. When you feel angry, it is a sign that a boundary has been crossed. A boundary of your time, a boundary of your values, a boundary of your dignity. Your anger rises up and says, no, this is not okay. It is the part of you that stands up for your right to be treated with respect. Second, anger is your advocate. In psychology, there's a concept called the anger iceberg. The red-hot anger we see is just the tip. Below the surface, anger is almost always protecting a more vulnerable, softer emotion. Anger is the advocate for your sadness. It is the protector of your fear. It is the voice for your deep, unmet needs. When you feel dismissed, your sadness is the wound. Your anger is the advocate that rises up to say, I deserve to be heard. When you see injustice, your fear or grief is the wound. Your anger is the guardian that rises up and says, this must change. Anger isn't the problem. It is the alarm system pointing to the problem. Feeling is the compass. Understanding is the map. So our anger is the compass. It's pointing somewhere. Now we need the map to understand how to listen to it. Listening to our anger doesn't mean acting on it. It doesn't mean lashing out or breaking things. That is just venting the energy, not understanding the message. Listening is a quiet internal process. Here are 3 gentle ways to start. First, acknowledge, don't judge. When you feel the heat rising, just pause. You don't need to fix it, just name it. Ah, this is anger. It is here. It is allowed to be here. Simply giving it permission to exist without shame is the first step. Second, get compassionately curious. Ask the messenger, why are you here? What boundary was crossed? What part of me feels threatened or hurt right now? Third, translate the message. Try to find the softer feeling underneath the anger. I am angry because I feel disrespected. The unmet need, respect. I am angry because I feel unseen. Unseen. The unmet need, validation. I am angry because I feel exhausted. The unmet need, rest. When you find the unmet need, the anger has delivered its message. It has done its job. And often, just by being heard, the fiery intensity of the anger begins to soften. Your anger is not a flaw. It is not your enemy. It is a profound source of energy. It is the guardian of your boundaries and the advocate for your needs. It is a fire, and like any fire, it can be destructive if left unchecked. But it can also be a source of warmth, a source of protection, and a source of light. The very light that illuminates the path to change. This is a space for illumination, a place to explore together. I'd love to know, what is one message your anger has been trying to send you? How is your relationship with this powerful messenger changing? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Your insight might be the warmth someone else needs today. Thank you for sharing this quiet space with me. Be kind to yourself and all of your messengers, and we'll talk again soon.